In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve.
Yes. Great people, good afternoon, good day to you, wherever you are. The SSM Friday World Affairs. And I'm here in the Milan studio. My name is Mark Godwin Iweajuwa. Joining me from different corners, my coordinators, we have, hopefully, let's wait for George to connect. So you're welcome to this one beautiful Friday, and there are news lineup for us to get updated with. So what we say is, in a world where news fly around every minute, you need the ability to relate, to connect with what matters, and you need to stay up to date. So Schengen Story Media SSM is Africans in the diaspora and back home network that gives us our news updates. It's a respected, trusted source for news updates. So you can count on us. You can count on us anytime as we unleash creative discussions. We put out our opinion, and you decide also what the issues are. So we also give this news update from the African standpoint, Africans in diaspora standpoint. So you are welcome to this 22nd day of May, 2026. Let's begin with some updates while my colleagues join me. Let's look at what's happening. First of all, back home, Nigeria, there is this mixed reaction that is following an appointment that has been done. The JAM is Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. The JAM is a very integral aspect of education, school education in Nigeria. So there's a new appointment for that. The head of the JAM sector, the JAM administration, is the JAM registrar. That's like the boss. So there's a new appointment the president just made, Segun Aina. Segun Aina is the new JAM officer, but there are some reactions following it. Let me bring in our coordinator from Canada, George. George, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you very clearly. Good morning, viewers from around.
Yeah, even though
the world, my name is George.
We're not
all
seeing
the
you
way from Canada. We greet you and we welcome you to our Friday interview. Did that,
Yes.
is the technical thing okay now, or is it
No,
having
no.
are we having some issues? Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes. It's freezing.
It's
Maybe
freezing.
you can just, yes, go in, come in again. Just do
Okay, let me
that.
go in and come in again. Okay. All right.
Okay, okay. So, yes, we're talking about the jam reaction after the jam appointment. So, there's a young man called Shegun Aino that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed as the new jam registrar. But the thing now is, some people are saying um, there are more people, more personality in Nigeria that could hold that office. They say he's a young man, he's this. So I don't know, but I think whoever is qualified to hold the post can hold the post. George, let's hear you again. Big George. Okay. So yes, that's the update we're getting from Nigeria. Shegun Aino, the new jam registrar. Um, I wouldn't say much on such appointment, but what I observe personally is we need to have more, it needs to be more regional appointments. It can't be one lopsided appointment. You can have all Southwestern Nigerians, all Southwestern appointments together. I mean, we could also have, there are people, there are in every region, every uh, corner of Nigeria, there are people that qualify and sit well with most of the appointments too. So I only just observe that it is more lopsided, one region, one side that is getting all most of the appointments. Some people might disagree. Uh, my colleagues also might disagree, but this is my own observation. But apart from competency, the young man, Shegun Aino, looks like he has it. He's gone through all the walls of qualification, the walls of education. So he fits in with what the resume we saw about him. But we are only saying, I'm only saying, let appointments be, let it cover the broader part of broader regions of Nigeria and not just one-sided appointment. So that's it. While we're waiting for George, let's also talk about more stories coming in. We also heard that the court has nullified the 2027 election timeline that was issued by INEC. I don't know who has more power, if it's the court or if it's the court or is INEC. So anyway, INEC, the court says INEC doesn't have that, they don't agree, they nullify all election timeline that INEC has issued for 2027. When my colleagues come, we'll also talk about that. We also have the news that NDLA is the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in Nigeria. They've launched a radio station, Beat FM. So that radio station will be airing out issues, talk on disadvantages of hard drug use. That radio station will be airing out things bordering on drug and why you shouldn't dabble into that aspect of drug taking. So I think that's a pretty good idea. Brigadier General Buba Marwa issued a warning to Nigerians that there's a growing trend that artists, entertainers somehow advocate for hard drug use with their lyrics, their song, and some of the things they say. Let me bring in George again. Big George. So, George.
Yes.
Better.
Yes, I'm here. Yes. Is it better now?
Better.
Beautiful.
Far better. All right, George. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. So what?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, George.
Okay. What will, mm, yeah.
You were going to say something. Yes, we were talking initially of. I just ran through some of the updates we have from Nigeria. The mixed reaction that is trailing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
new camp registrar, the new Shegon I know. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It has a mixed reaction. A lot of people are basically happy because this guy is very young and then he's very tech savvy and he
Mm-hmm.
understands, basically well connected to the young people of Nigeria of these days.
Yeah.
But many
Yeah.
Nigerians see youth technological expertise and reform-driven background as a fresh opportunity to modernize JAM, because you understand that
Mm-hmm.
JAM has been there for many, many years. When you are
Yeah.
appointing a lot of older folks who are not as technologically savvy as this young man is, there could be a lot of things young people might be using that they might not understand. But
Yeah,
for
that's true.
many, concern is not just about competence, but whether the new leadership can maintain transparency, reduce examination irregularities, and improve the credibility of Nigerian admission system. In a country where public trust in institutions is constantly tested, every major appointment naturally comes under intense public scrutiny. So we understand that there are some people on the left, there are some people on the right. But
Mm-hmm.
the good thing is that Tinubu loves the approves of this young man and
Mm-hmm.
praises him for accepting the distance. So
The appointment.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a fantastic idea to bring
Okay,
this
so
young
but
man.
what I said earlier was yes, it's a fantastic idea to have young minds coming to governance and bringing their own new mind into everything that is done. But what I'm looking at is we need to, because the appointments so far we are seeing in Tinubu's administration is lopsided. Is just on one side, one of the three geopolitical zones we have in Nigeria, or the six geopolitical zones we have in Nigeria. We think that it's more concentrated on the southwest now. Most appointments are southwesterners, where also we have more of everybody. I mean, in all of the regions, you have also individuals, noble personalities that can handle those offices. So, what do you say? It's like
Well, I mean, to be very frank with you, we see many leaders tend to go this route because number one is they surround themselves with the people they know. They surround themselves with the people that are being introduced to them. As much as we think it is not supposed to be so, but quite naturally it happened. You remember during Buhari's time that the
mhm,
appointment was not balanced also. Buhari was
also.
putting a lot of Fulanese and a lot of Northerners into even firing some appointed ministers and then replacing them with all impunity. So it did happen. Personally, I think that our current president, Tinubu, ought to go back to the drawing table and ensure that there is an equitable balance in the appointments, because it's looking as if it is, the balance is so messed up right now as we speak, because almost 80% of his appointees are Westerners. So, but what can we say for now? He needs to go back onto the drawing table and see if he can be able to balance the equation among the six geopolitical zones when it comes
He
to
needs to.
appointment. Yes,
He
he
needs
needs
to
to.
judge because it's really looking lopsided. It's looking one-sided, and when it's like this, it shows that we don't follow, because there is the arrangement, the constitutional arrangement of regional balance in governance. So
Mhm. But you
um,
see, that also comes to when it comes to election. When it comes to election, that's where most leaders must be very careful, because if you're marginalizing a group of people simply because you think they're not going to vote for you, and therefore you are putting those that you know of and those that are close to you or the people from your area, when it comes to
mhm,
election, you're going to need everybody. you are going to need everybody from all over Nigeria. But if you concentrate only on your own people when it comes to election, those are the people that will support you. But if the election is free, fair, and equitable in Nigeria, then that's where the disadvantages will come later on. But we know what elections are.
That's where the disadvantages will come later on. Okay, let's bring in also Dr. Olufemi Oba. Dr. Olufemi Oba, are you there? Dr. Olufemi. So, but also,
Good afternoon.
while we're talking about this, George, it also should be noted that during election, yes, you might have your own supporters. You might have people that believe in you, that will support you. But after election, you become, if you succeed and win, you become a leader to all regions. It's no more those people that supported you. You now become, this is what true leadership is. When you're now appointed, you're now made that leader, selected, you now become the overall general overseer of everybody, plus those that didn't vote for you, plus those that voted for you, plus those that were neutral, So you don't bring in animosity or the issue of, these people didn't vote for me, so I won't work with them. I won't do anything for them. I won't, Dr. Femi, it's good to have you. Go ahead, Dr. Femi.
Dr. Femi, how are you?
I'm good. I didn't get the import of the. Yes. I didn't get the import of it. I didn't get the point of the question.
Yeah. No. It's this conversation that just going on. We are talking on the recent appointment of a very intelligent young man who just turned, who will turn 40 by July. That's the new JAM registrar.
Okay. Doctor. I know. Dr. Shegun, I know.
So George and I were weighing into the whole thing. Yes, we agree that the man is his resume is real top notch. He has gone through the walls of good education. He understands what to bring into the educational sector, the JAM sector. But I now brought in the fact that are we not seeing one lopsided region having all of the appointments in this administration? What do you think? What do you think about the whole thing?
My take on this, I've always, on this issue of this lopsided appointment and all these things, I've always been very, very careful about it, in the sense that I'll first look at, is a person competent? Does the person have the pedigree to do the job? Because at the end of the day, it's going to serve Nigerians. Now, when you start putting coloration of tribe and tongue into it, then we begin to water issues down. Now, when we look at this young man has been in the saddle of JAM since he graduated from university almost about 15, 17 years ago. While he was training for his PhD, he was still a staff of JAM. That is to say, he knows the nitty-gritty of JAM and is well trained. And because the new era, the future of the world is technology, and this man has a PhD in technology, and we begin to color his appointment with his tribe and tongue. I'm not saying that may be a challenge in there, because my own is this: I do not care who is appointed, so far the person is competent. For example, I have there was an appointment for Nexim. For Nexim, the woman that was appointed for Nexim was Mrs. Ineka, or I can't remember her first name, Ineka Ayeni. She's married to a Yoruba man, but she's a woman. But this woman has gone through the ropes. It was deputy MD or executive director of Zenith Bank. And it was appointment. But people were saying, oh, because they are trying to color the thing in. Listen, this is a well-grounded woman in Forex and international business. So when we talk about this, the third part of it is this. When a president appoints someone, if it's a political appointment, when the president appoints, the first thing I need to look in his appointment is, one, is the person competent? Two, can he be trusted to bring his policies into limelight or to reality? The issue of quota system have been settled by the Constitution. and that's the area of quota system in ministerial appointment, quota system in MDS and all the stuff. So any other thing is irrelevant to me. If they like, they go and appoint someone from Sokoto. Is person competent? Lastly, do you know that the last person that was appointed that was a Yoruba man, but was appointed by who? President Buhari. And when this man was appointed, do you know what they colored his appointment with religion? And they were saying that his appointment was colored in religion based on the fact that he had, because he's a Muslim, he want to Islamatize JAM. He want to turn the JAM into, he want to bring Islam into JAM. And look at how the man turned around JAM. And look at what the JAM is today. But when he was appointed, his appointed was first colored by religion. So Nigerians will always find something to taint every appointment. So I am not in that category.
Well, I mean, I'm going to respond a little bit. Like I said before, during Buhari's era, Buhari did the same thing with all impunity. And I have said this before, and I say it again. Charity begins at home. If the people he's very comfortable with are the ones that are, that he know, and they're being suggested to him, and he finds them very competent, that is okay. But as a politician and as a national leader, you gotta be very careful. We can't just take it and say, it's all about competence, competence, competence. Because number one, pay attention. Number one, you have competent people from all over Nigeria. You have educated and enlightened individuals from the south, from the west, from the north, from the east. Therefore, in appointments, we have to be a leader gotta be very careful. Competence is key. You can't just go and select somebody because they are from the north, and therefore want to let's balance the equation, and therefore you bring an educational derelict who cannot even read their name or sign their name in what you see in most of the northern states today, because most of them didn't go to school and they are not well educated. So, but those things ought to be put in consideration when appointment is being made. In this particular case, I give it 5 stars. Positive 5,000 disappointment. And I believe that this young man is going to change a whole lot of narratives and the constitution of this JAM situation. He's gonna bring it up the way it's supposed to be. And I applaud the appointment personally.
Okay, George. Thank you for giving him 5 star. I still stand on my own, but before we go on, let's bring in our diva. She's been out for a long time, but she's here today. The beautiful lady, very intelligent lady, Bidi Nana. Bidi.
Good morning, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our diva all the way from Lagos, Bidi Nana.
Yes. Let's put our hands together. Let's put our hands together for Bidi Nana. Let's put our hands together.
George, Dr. Lupemi, good to see you guys. I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
Yes.
We hope your absence is simply because you're very busy and doing a lot of good things, for our nation.
I was busy trying to save a sister who finally died out of medical negligence in Nigeria. She underwent a surgery on March, and the doctor left scissors inside her stomach that led to her death. That's what has kept me since all these 3 months. Yeah, it's not been easy. You can see the way I'm looking, I'm just trying to recover. It's a very big torture because I walked into that hospital with her on 27th of March and I didn't walk out with her. So it's really hurting.
Our sincere condolences.
That's what has kept me.
Our sincere condolences.
Yes.
And I hold on a second though. I hope that doctor who did this thing will not go scot-free. I hope that the court system will have to look into this situation, because we saw what happened with Ngozi Chimamanda Adichie, and simply because she is a very world-renowned individual, we saw that the news carried this. All of a sudden, stuff like this ought not to happen. And if he does, sue that hospital, sue that individual, and that medical license ought to be taken away. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's happening. In fact, I want her to tell us about it because I saw BD in some other network, Arise, AIT, and all the rest talking about this. Doctors' negligence in their service, and we're just talking about competence here. BD, let's hear that story very well. So we also add to the voice. Tell us what really happened.
It's my sister. She underwent for a fibroid surgery on 27th of March. So we walk into that hospital on 28th. They operated on her. Before we went there, I never approve of her going to far away Abule, but I was like, can you get a good hospital there? She said yes, that the hospital is good. So on 28th morning, they operated on her. 4 hours after the operation, they wanted to give her milk and Milo, which I objected. One person against like 8 to 10 people, they had their way. So 6 hours from the time they operated on her, their theater is on the dance floor, their ward is upstairs. They will have to make her walk upstairs. I was like, don't you have a stretcher? Don't you have a wheelchair? They said they don't have any of that. They have to make her walk. I was like, what am I doing? I'm alone. I went with her alone. So they have to. So when we got upstairs, she was still in pain. To me, it's normal. Someone who are underwent such surgery. But 2 days, 3 days, the pain was not getting better. Rather, her stomach started swelling up. And I asked the doctor that we should do a scan to find out what is actually wrong with her. The doctor said there's nothing wrong with her, that she will be okay. You know, as day goes on, it keeps getting worse. Greenish things start coming out from her stomach, which I even consulted Dr. Godwin then. I asked him some questions. So the doctor refused to do scan. It lingered till every day I keep begging. Like I was begging like my life depended on that scan. You know, because of what they were doing there, no file for a patient. If they come to treat her, they treat her with bare hands, no gloves. I used to show this for an organ harvesting center. So I kept demanding for that scan. They refused. Till 11 days. The main doctor traveled, another doctor came in who now sent us for the scan. And they sent us to the wrong place. When we got there, the people said they've not been doing scan for 2 years. So the nurse said we should go back. I said, I can't go back, haven't come out for this scan. I personally took her to another scan center where we ran the scan. And when it came out, it shows that she's having scissors in her stomach, in her abdomen. They gave me the film. When I saw it, I was going to blow up. I took a snapshot. So one of the scan center attendant asked me to please rush her back to that hospital, that there is an emergency. So when she said emergency, that was when I now opened the scan result and saw scissors. I watched the film. The scissors is there, and they wrote it. I took it. So before then, I've been asking them these 9 days that this scissors has been on her stomach, refer us to LASUT or FMC. They refused. So that day when we got back, because 6 days before that day, they stopped giving her food, stopped giving her water. She's weak. I said, she can't undergo this second surgery we want to do. Refer us to LASUT, FMC, you know, all those better hospitals. They refused. They rushed her into the theater the second time on 7th of April, opened her up and brought out the scissors. So, you know, I felt like maybe since they brought the scissors, she will feel better. 2 days, she's still like that. Her stomach is still swollen. And can't you people refer? Do you want, they start making excuses, her intestines is weak, her organs are affected. If they refer us, they might put her on dialysis. I said, is it not better we start dialysis on time than staying here? What I see people do here is just try and lock. Then along that line, they started putting her on oxygen. So one of the nights, which is on 9th of April, she was on oxygen and lights went off. That was around 2 a.m. in the midnight. I was like, please, you people should put on gen. They said, it's actually gen that went off. I said, oh yeah, put fuel. They said they don't have fuel. So what are we going to do? He said, she has to wait till in the morning for them to buy fuel, or if NEPA restore light. That was when I became a mad woman. I said, if you don't refer me now, I'm going to burn down this hospital. So all of us will go down. That was when they now wrote a letter of referral for me, telling me to go to Ile-Epo General Hospital. I said, what am I going to do there? Please refer me to LASUT. We'll go to LASUT, Nigerian way, no space, no bed space. We'll start making calls, start begging people. They now find us a bed space somewhere else in still LASUT. So we admitted her. They said, she came in with a lot of bacteria. Because after the second surgery at that hospital, they didn't close her up again. Yeah, they didn't close her up again. Do you understand? So within that 11 days, I went to a hospital, Air Force Base, where they have her reports. I showed them her picture. They say it's sepsis. I said, please, can I bring her? They said no. The only 3 hospitals that can actually take her now is Lasut, FMC, and Lutz, which I kept begging this hospital to refer, but they refused. So when when she was on oxygen and the fuel ran out, I started shouting. That was when they now wrote for Lasut for us. And no doctor or nurse is ready to go with us. No ambulance. I used my car. Now, because she's been on catechol and drip, they came to my car, removed the catechol, removed the drip. I said, why are you removing this? And what I'm telling you is about 3 a.m. in the morning to 3 a.m. in the morning. I said, this is late. See the distance. Abuleba to Ikeja. I'm going to drive this her alone by this ugly hour. What if anything happened to her? Let that drip and that can let it be the thing that's been helping her. They refuse and they remove it, and they refuse to go with me. That was how we come to. So getting to last week, they tried everything. We did a scan. They said, well, they need another scan. We did, together with the one we did in the other hospital. All Medical Center is the name of the hospital, the first one. So they said she has a lot of bacteria. The sepsis is too much. So they said they have to put her on ICU to resuscitate some of her organ that is shutting down before they can start treatment. So we paid heavily. They put her on ICU just a day. She died. And when she died, the scan result I did in that all medical center at Abuleba, when we are living, when you put somebody in ICU, they don't receive visitors there. You have to just stay around the hospital. When they need you, they call you. So they asked me to keep every of her result, her medical results beside her bedside, so that it would be easy for them to examine her and do whatever thing they want to do, which I did. So when she died, they called me to come and pack her things. When I was packing her things, that result that we did at that hospital, that the one that has the scissors, has disappeared. We look for it today till now. It has disappeared. So
all right, BD.
We reported to the police. It's in Fancy, it's in, but they are not doing anything yet.
We sympathize and condole. We put our heavy condolence on this story. Whatever we can do further, let us know. People can be getting away with this. This happens regularly most times. But let's make this one get its impact. Let's go hard on this. We're really sorry, deeply sorry for this loss. May her rest in peace. This is it. When they say Nigeria happens to people, I think this is one of those stories. Dr. Olufemi, you don't agree that Nigerian can happen to a person? The word Nigeria, they use that phrase.
Listen, please, don't let us do Nigeria happen to anyone. Okay. This is Nigerians. Listen, this is Nigerians. This is inhumanity to man. There's no Nigeria. Nigeria is happening to all of us. It's not Nigeria happening to anyone. Until we stop this Nigeria happening to anybody. It is ourselves doing evil to each other. It is not about Nigeria happening to anybody. All this idea of Nigeria happening to anybody is about running away from reality. The reality on ground is that we do not value life. In all this we're talking about, hello, can you hear me?
Very well.
Yeah, we can hear
you. In all this we're talking about, I'm going to ask my sister Bidi, were they not collecting money?
Of course, they were.
They were collecting money. It is all about money. It is not Nigeria happen to anybody. It is us being evil to each other. Even in Western world, let Nigerian have the opportunity to exploit another Nigerian, he will do it. We are just what we are. We are just inhumane to each other. Don't see the idea of Nigeria happen to. Nigeria is not happening to anybody. It is us doing evil to each other. They eventually took her to lose, to refine us. The reason why they don't want to refine is because they don't want to lose the money they're involved. We are just wicked. We are wicked to each other.
I use that word because I like what you've just done, Dr. Femi. I like what you've just done. I use the word so I can make you say what you've said, and that's good. It's just we being wicked to ourselves.
I totally agree with Dr. Femi. lives are not valued in Nigeria.
Yes.
Now, like what Sir George said, since that day, we've been in the media, we've been talking, it's been trending. But Nigerian government, we've reported this case is in Panti, this case is in Zone 2. But Nigerian government has even the medical association and dental, they've turned deaf ear because it's not a known figure.
He's not a celebrity. He's not a celebrity.
Biddy. There are some people, some individuals that are doing greater things for the nation Nigeria than most of our leaders. You see, because I listen to a very dark man. I listen to a lot of these other people that are doing some of these things. When the system fails you, you go to them, they get results for you. I honestly believe that the death of your sister ought not to be allowed to go down that way. If you have to seek international help anywhere you can, US, Britain, wherever. Because what we need to do until we cry out, the system will remain the way it is. It is that wickedness, the meanness, and lack of reverence for life that is causing all these things. Money above everything else. Do not sleep over this. Cry out to whoever you can. If Nigerians cannot help you, step outside of Nigeria and seek help. And some of these people, somebody like a VDM, call that man. He can make this in an international situation. The young man is doing great job. Where we are failing, our system is failing. He is rising up to the occasion. I am telling you, don't let this slip.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Sir George.
Consequences.
But Sir George, the VDM thing is becoming a little bit played out. He's becoming more political, and he has interest. If he doesn't have an interest in something, he doesn't go for it.
That. No. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I know what I'm saying. I follow him. I know what I'm saying. BD will agree with me even. Anyway.
Now, let me say
let's go back to our stories.
What Massive might say might be true, because I've actually reached out to him since that last month. We sent message, we sent link, but he has not responded to us. Massive Mike might be right.
Massive Mike might be right.
I might be right. Not that I might be right. I know. I've studied.
Can I say something? Can I say something? Now, can I say something? We have no. We are over 250 million Nigerians. You are talking about one person. Listen to 250 million.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You are talking about one person. For goodness sake, you cannot be everywhere. He cannot answer to everybody. He has to take some time. You don't know how many cases he has in his hand. He's one person doing this. Now, it's like when Gani Fayemi was doing all this, some people are also condemning it. Oh, he will not listen to us. Gani will say he has to deal with the loss on the ground. They may have about 40, 50 cases. You want him to jump over those 40 ones, they will feel the same. They feel slighted as well. And it's one person. We have to understand. We have to be calm.
Yes. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back to some of our stories. BD, it's good to see you.
My sympathy lies with you, BD.
Yes. Thank you. Gentlemen, let's talk about what Buba Marwa. The man is actually my senior in school, secondary school. So I'm impressed with what he's doing. They've just opened an NDLEA FM station, radio station, where they will be saying a lot of things about disadvantages of taking drugs. Now, he said something. He said the present-day Nigerian artists, most of these Afrobeat artists, are singing songs to promote drug, to promote the use of. Let's talk about that aspect, because Nigeria is becoming an epic center of hard drug. And we saw what happened in Ogun State, where they raided the Mexican company that produces hard drugs. Let me start with you, Dr. Femi.
Now, can I say with all sense of responsibility and also respect for General Buba Marwa, He's been doing a yeoman's job since Akului years. NAFDAC has never had it so good. He's not holding back. He's not holding any. He's just going after them. Now, Nigeria, like he said, Nigeria has become an epicenter of drugs. That's the extent that even you see artists smoking weed on TV, smoking weed.
Sorry, you're mixing NAFDAC and NDLEA. NDLEA was
Sorry.
NDLEA
I'm talking about NAFDAC. I'm sorry, the NDLEA. I said Nigeria has never had it so good when you have somebody in the realms that is in the public like that. Yeah, NDLEA and I talk when she was doing it, she was out there really in affecting the community. So I'm saying that both of them are really into what they have to do. In the past, you'll find most of these the leaders of these organizations just more like figureheads. No, Marwa has been out there with this NDLEA thing to the extent that now we have Nigeria is so much into this drug thing that even getting drunk is just seen as it's something that is being celebrated. Oh, shayo. They just do like being drunk is celebrated. Being a nuisance, being on drugs and being a nuisance is celebrated. You know how many men now, all the young men are on colos in Nigeria. You just say you are on colos. You just talk as if you are on drugs. You are on hard drugs. They make it look as it's normal. So we are normalizing this music. The Afrobeat is normalizing. Especially Afrobeat is normalizing drugs, and it's making it look as if it's a common thing to do it. And they're talking about it as if it is just like you go to just buy bread, and the way you buy bread and agoin in the public, you just do it like that. Everybody eats it, so everybody uses it. So what's the point in it? Even little children are being introduced to it. So we need a clean up of our system. Like I said, it is not Nigeria happened to anybody. It is the epidemic of drugs that we have in our society. We need to be clear. So I want to give to NDLEA and General Marwa for this. He is doing a yeoman's job.
Thank you. You said this so well. Thank you, Dr. Olufemi. Go ahead, George.
It's a commendable and timely step towards the future, protecting the future of Nigerian youths, because, sometimes you remember when cigarette first came out, it was a cool thing when I was in school. Everybody, unless you're smoking, you're not cool. Now, when you smoke, then you're cool. All those type of nonsense, and then until it opened up and came out, yes, we need to have a strict rule regarding some of the lyrics that are coming out that are promoting some of these, drugs. We need to. And it used to happen. I remember when Ashawo came out by Flavor in those days. It was the government who went and told him, you cannot sing that song. You must remove it. So when it came to the point, they had to go and remove that word Ashawo, because it was almost like they were promoting Ashawo type of a profession as a good thing. So we really need to come back again and begin to tighten the loose thing concerning some of the things that we allow in Nigeria. So I really highly commend this one, and especially it's coming through the movies, it's coming through the music, and then sometimes some of these things ought not to be allowed in Nigeria. And when you start seeing them clean up their acts and their lyrics, I really commend. And also, let's not forget something. Because sometimes we'll talk about all of this. Is why is it that our youths are so into drugs? Why is it that our youths are, all of a sudden crystal meth, become a regular thing? They call him urumbiri, all those type of things. It is because Onkolos. It is because of hopelessness and despondency in our nation. Our youth will go to university and there are no jobs. These are places we have to concentrate to make sure that the foundation is being laid for them, where they will become responsible. You see this happening in the north, where most of them are jumping into the bushes, to become Islamic terrorists. We see it all over the place. People they don't know, no jobs, nothing is happening. So we need to go down to the foundation and we begin to rebuild and lay another solid foundation that will help our youth out. Because
another solid foundation that will help our youth out. George, strong words there. It would be You as a woman, a lady, I know it hurts you to see young children. They said they now have candies. Candies they sell to little kids that are stimulants, that are hard drug. Is that true? Candies, chocolate, and these things, they are mixed up, spiked with drug.
Yeah, that's true. You see, growing up, we know about drugs. I can still remember when we were growing up. I have this uncle who smokes weed, and when we come home, he will send us to go and buy, which my father one day beat us and him up. I know they used to sell this thing in a hidden place, but today, go to our supermarkets in Nigeria today, those drugs are in our supermarkets. They've rebranded them. They are looking so good. In fact, how I got to know is that one of the days I walked into the supermarket, the packaging, it was looking like a chocolate. So I picked it up and I asked the person, how much is this? He now told me, he said, Auntie, do you know what it is? I said, is it not chocolate? He started laughing. He said, it's not chocolate. He said, they called the name. Do you understand? So it's common in Nigeria today now. Our government have legalized it. You remember a few months ago, there was this battle to abolish selling of sachets hot drink.
Exactly.
But yet the people kicked against it. So that's exactly how they sell these drugs in our major shops. People can easily access it now. It's easy to access. And now, if we talk about this, how available these drugs are to us, we should now talk about how people get to start using it. One of the reasons why you see children are exposed to these drugs is this emotional porousness. Many of them feel that, oh, when I start taking it, I'll be high. It will take care of some certain emotional breakage that I'm having. That's why so many of them have gotten into it. And it goes down to the kind of society we live in. Because if we have a very tight and close knitted society, in a knitted family, many people will not be needing drugs. This shows you that our society is quite porous. The family values, we no longer have it in this society. Because if you have a child who is well trained from a good home and is well balanced, mentally, psychologically balanced, he or she might not be needing drugs to feel whole. A lot of these children need these drugs to feel whole. That's why many of them get introduced into this. Now, when they have been introduced, it's actually accessible for them because you walk into any supermarket, you buy them, they are rebranded. So it's not just a government thing, it's government and family thing. Because if the roots is bad, even if the government remove it from the shops where they can easily access them, and children are broken at home, they will dig hole to find it and buy. So it's a two-way thing.
They will deep hole to find it and buy. George?
It's a two-way thing, because okay, see this now. You went to that store, you saw this thing displayed, the same way people started looking at these sachets of drink and brought it to public knowledge, and the system took care of it. This is exactly how we save our youth. This is exactly how we save our society and our communities. So, you see, when we become complacent and say whatever, whatever will be, then you are complicit to that particular situation. So now that we're talking about it, this particular situation, somebody ought to go out there and find out what these products are, call the system or the law, and let them know about this, make it public. That's how we sanitize our societies. We just cannot see it and say, oh, our system is so bad. No. We need to do something about it. And one of the things we are doing is what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing.
I want to also stay with, sorry, Bidi, Dr. Lufemi, pondering on the entertainers. I think we should put our focus also on these Afrobeat artists. They are not doing right.
They are influencers.
Go there.
Influencers.
Yes,
negative influence. They are influencers
now,
go on, Bidi. Go on, Bidi.
Yeah, you're very, very correct. Now, let me address Sir George's topic, then I'll come to Dr. Olufemi. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu last year till 2 months ago wanted to ban sachets drink in Nigeria. But the producers, the manufacturers, the owner, they came up. They said he wants to kill their business. So in this part of the world, we are more of what we are stand to gain and what will destroy us. And they won the battle. They've not banned it. President wanted to ban sachet drink. But the producers, even the society say, hey, banning it is destroying business. People are living on it. The people are depending on it to feed their family. You're feeding your own family and destroying another family. Do you understand? That's another one. Another thing is this entertainers. You see, we are a valueless society. We live in a society whereby once you have a name, you matter. If you are doing good or doing bad, nobody has. It's not common for entertainers, celebrities to go to jail in this part of the world. It's just happening once in a while. But if it's in abroad, if you break the law, you go in for it. But here, our entertainers here are like, they live like our politicians. They feel like they are above the law, so they can do anything and get away with it. And with the kind of society we have today, everything is a cruise. Do you understand? Everything is a cruise. I was attending to some young children. That was in 2019. I was training them, trying to tell them things not to do. You know what they told me? Something like that I'm still speaking like a poor woman. That do I know that Otedola, Dangote, they named that, do I know that they do drugs? But because they have money, they will drink it and they will eat, you will not see it. That drugs are for big boys. I was surprised. That was what they told me. And I was speechless because the people that are trying to educate, to make them live a certain life, are telling you the people that are doing it. And if you look at it closely, they are right. Majority of people who do these drugs in this country are big men who are well seated, that you can't even question, because we don't have a law in this country. Because if we have, they won't care who you are. They will question you and make you, penalize you for any crime you commit. But that you can't find in Nigerian system.
Okay, let me respond quickly to these two situations here that we need to talk about. Number one, they cry out that you're destroying our businesses and all that when your businesses are killing people. It's unacceptable. President Ahmed Tinubu should have signed it into law. They'll take an executive decision to stop that nonsense. Give them 3 months to get rid of all of, change the packaging in your drinks the way it's supposed to be acceptable to the nation. You cannot buckle down because somebody are crying out.
That is tantamount to that tyranny. That is tantamount to tyranny. That is tantamount to dictatorship. It has to go. It's a grassroots challenge. It's a grassroots challenge.
Encourage the lawmakers. Encourage the lawmakers to pass a law. It happens in the US. It happens all over the place.
All right,
exactly.
And let our kids continue to be, drug addicts at the age of.
I agree with you.
All right, thank you, George. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, BD. Also, let's talk, because our time. I'm trying to take us through the whole thing as much as we can. There's the story of the policeman. Maybe we will see
any day when I did work,
then we talk about it.
As an officer, I did with my rifle. I did work. Make somebody video me. Make that oga when giving all that someone at the video us. He go do your burial for you. He go bury you. Now he go bury you. The numbers of how many una be gonna go keep away. Now he go bury you now. Allah. They burn anybody where. Video me when I'm on duty. Performing my lawful duty in Nigerian government, Nigerian police for 26 years. They will suffer. They suffer every time, every day suffer. Uniform, and not fit buy nothing, and fit do for, and not fit give us good, and not fit do anything.
You see, this is what we're talking about. This individual is on drugs.
Okay.
And this individual can come out openly and say things like this and still you wear that uniform. That uniform ought to be taken away from this man.
He is going down soon. Listen, he's going down soon.
All this, the new drugs or alcohol is speaking through this man right now.
Listen,
but anyway, he came out on TikTok to apologize, and he's been arrested.
He's been arrested.
Yes,
he'll be arrested. Listen.
Okay.
Mark, listen. One of the things I want us to understand, it is a terrible situation we find ourselves in Nigeria. But we did not get here overnight. So we can't get here out of it overnight. Gradually, we will get rid of these animals. Look at his look. You can see he's on drugs.
Yes.
So it is nothing new that we find these kind of people. They are everywhere. They're in the police. They are in the police. They are in the medical field. Look at what they did with Bidi's sister. They are everywhere. They are Nigerians and they are everywhere. But gradually we get them out. Unfortunately for them, they see not they start not up into their head. There is something called internet. Internet doesn't forget, and internet is universal. So they will gradually get rid of these animals. Look at what they're saying. He said he's going to kill people.
That's threatening somebody to threaten to kill somebody.
He's been arrested.
He also said he will kill a police officer, the senior officers that told people to be doing this. Now let's talk about what the senior officers said Nigerians should be doing now. And this is also to bring orderliness into the police force. They said, yes, if you see a police behaving out of control, out of context, video him or her, and let's have proof of what that person probably is doing. So this is what they've said. Well, Bidi, tell us, is that not a good policy to implement? Is that not something that could help Nigerians?
Of course, it's a good policy, but this is not the first time they are making that declaration. I say, I am really not happy with the kind of hypocrisy Nigerians display every time. What this man said is not a new thing to Nigeria. That's how they kill Nigerians. You remember how many times Nigerians have good protests was against police brutality. You heard them, they'll say, I'll kill you and nothing will happen. And they have been killing Nigerians. So this guy coming to states the fact of what they have been doing, and Nigerians making it look like, but that's the truth. And the police authority have come to tell us, video them. The same police administration will not tell you why you video. It has happened to me. And only Bombo bus stop. The police officer was beating, there were 3 of them beating this woman like they want to, and I was somewhere videoing this one. I don't know how they came and bounced on me. Do you understand? So it is a normal thing we're doing now. Even them that are saying video if for police, they will be the one when they arrest you to their station, they will be abusing you. Those their leaders. So is it?
No. Please, Bidi, please. We have seen people who recorded them, and we've seen these policemen being dismissed. If we go on with the rhetoric that, nothing will happen, they will not going to do anything. Even in America, the reason why they put camera on them, and UK, is that because the police themselves are doing what we are doing in Nigeria. They were doing it before. They were doing what we are doing in Nigeria. They were doing in America, but now they had to put camera on them. Do you know that even the guy that was, what's his name? That guy was kneeled to death in America. I can't remember his name now. Yeah? Do you know it was because Floyd. It was because people recorded it. That was why he was able to get to get justice. Do you know that the police were denying it? What you're saying now is not common to anyone. They were denied. They were trying to defend that. So what we're talking about in here, that when you want to record, try and put yourself in a safe place. Let people record, and when it goes out, the police is dealing with them. And police, there was one young guy that was arrested somewhere in Oshodi. They took him to a corner and they were harassing him. They recorded it. The policemen were dismissed openly. They were dismissed in the Lagos State Police government. Police dismissed them. When we continue, then they realize that this is happening. They will start doing the right thing. But if we say, they will beat me up, they will do me, then what we are doing, we are condoning it, we say it's okay. Yeah, it's dangerous, it's challenging, but we have to put our own bit to it. Let's encourage Nigerians to do it. If you want to do it in a safe place so that they will not take you down. They know that they are now become an endangered species when they know that being recorded. They know that things are happening. So it's different thing. One day we have a Joseph that does not know, a Pharaoh that does not know Joseph. We have a Pharaoh that does not know Joseph.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, we're almost done. It's an hour past now. But before we go, Sir George, there's an organization that you represent as the PRO, and I see what you're doing also. Tell us, what is that progressive something going on?
It's called Imo Progressive for Change 2027. It's an organization, a not-for-profit organization that was put together by Imolites who are diasporans abroad to help to find a good governance a good governor in our Imo State, because we're looking for good governance. We saw what was happening in Abia State for almost 24 years, and how OT came in and changing the conversation there. So that's what Imo Progressive stands for. Is looking for competent, good governance. And we came together, and then finally we were able to find a man that we trusted. His name is Charles Orie. He's been a politician for a long time, a grassroots politician, a philanthropist, as a matter of fact. So, Imo Progressive for Change now went to him in France, invited him to Paris, and we asked him, can you please take the mantle and try to run for the governor of Imo State? Because we need you. We need your help to sanitize what is happening in our state. So, hopefully, by God's grace, he is going to take the mantle and run under APC, as a matter of fact. So, Charles Orie is the man that we are trusting, that will change the conversation for the youths in our state. He will change the conversation in infrastructural development. He will change everything that we need, because Imo State has become a place where it's been stagnant because of bad governance. But hopefully, this man will take us, when he wins this election, by God's grace, he will take us to that place where we want to be. And we've seen him, having supported him a lot. We've seen what he has done in the past. Everywhere we went to, everybody's reporting how good he's been. He's not in government, but he's doing more than the government has been doing. So we are here. I am the global PRO for Progressive for Change, and we are in more than 54 countries as we speak. So this is what we are doing with Imo Progressive for Change, and we are hoping that come 2027, that Nkemakolam Charles Orie will be the mantle holder that will take us to that paradise where Imo belongs. Speaking with him, he talks about education. He talks about reviving Imo State, and especially Owerri, to become like a Dubai in Nigeria. So this is where we are today, and we are hoping that by God's grace, this man will take that mantle and lead Imo State like some of these other states that are doing fantastic jobs. And as a matter of fact, he helped
So,
the current governor
yes,
right
let
now
me.
during his election.
Yes,
Yes.
I heard a little about the man, Charles Orie, how he was very instrumental to Hope's tenure. Let me ask you this: from Imo State, make a good number of people there, and I see they are not really well carried along, mostly in the past administration. Is there any plan this man has for the youth of Imo State? Are the youth going to? Is he going to? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, there's a lot going on in Imo State with regard to the youths. And the question we have asked most of the youths that came to support him, why are you supporting this man? And many of them will tell you that this man has been very instrumental in helping them during their education. So most of the youths are supporting Charles Orie. In all the universities, as a matter of fact, there are representatives of Progressives for Change. If you look over here, they were in his house. If you look at the emblem there, that's Progressive for Change. They were in his house. He entertains them, he brings them, he helps them out. So we have a lot, and we are calling on all the youths to go and get their PVC, because your future is in your own hands. Your vote is your power, your vote is your voice. Go and get your PVC, and make sure that come 2027 during that election that you are going to vote, and vote wisely, because there's a man who thinks about you, and that man is Nkemakolam Chief Charles Orie, and he will be the individual that will take Imo to the limelight where it's supposed to be.
Wow, George.
That's
I
a
wouldn't
good
say.
step.
I wouldn't
That's a
say.
good step.
Yeah, this nice. Okay, let's see what happens also in come 2027.
Can I ask a question, please?
Go
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is it,
Yeah.
yeah. Is it because you see there's a rotational system of in this with his Imo North, Imo South. Do you have that system in you have with that system? Is
That
this
was
is it?
okay.
Yeah.
What happened was during the second term of our current governor.
Yeah.
So
Hope. Hope.
Hope Uzodinma, he introduced the rotational system. He
Okay.
introduced it, so that we can do what we are doing with the North and South in Nigeria and the
Yeah,
national
yeah,
election. But what
yeah.
happened was the people who we're supposed to be saying, okay, yeah, it's our turn next time after you guys. They refused. They went and brought our people, and they did not obey that conversation. They did not want to participate. They were told, okay, let these people now be the ones that will bring the governor. So next time we will bring it to you, but they did not. And this is what you call the Owerri zone. Owerri zone, when I brought their own candidate and said we are not doing any rotational system, it's our turn. So when they lost, now all of a sudden, when Chief Nkemakalum Orie came, they started to bring what they refused to implement when it was introduced and instituted. They want to bring it up again. So, now the current governor is saying, I'm not going to do that because you did not obey when I brought it up. Therefore, we're going to go by merit system. If you qualify, if you are the best candidate, win the election. And that's where we are today.
All right, George.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Bidi.
Bidi. Yeah, Bidi. Go ahead, Bidi.
You are muted. You are muted.
Yeah.
So I just said that it was Governor Hope that actually introduced the rotational governor seats in Imo State. But it's not true. He's been there. Even Hope coming out. Hope came out from Olo Okigwe zone. It's not his. When Hope came out, it was Owerri zone, and Hope came and took it. So it's been there. From there, that rotational thing has been in Imo State. It's not Hope that brought it.
No. It was he instituted it in his second term. That's when he brought it up again. It was never obeyed in the past. It's not a law. It was never instituted and made a law. It was suggested. Okay. It was suggested, but when it was suggested, the Owerri zone defied it and said, we're going to bring our own candidate. Therefore, he squashed it and let it be. So now what we are practicing is let the best person win by merit, not by rotational system. Because when it was...
Is this Okorie from Owerri zone?
No, he's not from Owerri zone. No, he's not from Owerri zone. He's from, he's from what do you call the
Imo South?
Imo South, yes.
Mbidi.
No, not from
Mbidi. Is it not Mbidi? Where is that oil producing? Where is that oil producing?
Yeah.
Egbema. No, Egbema.
Yeah.
Egbema. All right, gentlemen.
Have they produced a governor before?
No,
they have not.
Egbema has not produced.
And let me tell you something.
George, thank you. You just introduced this is good marketing you've done for the man there. I hope the man will hear this and follow up. So, gentlemen, let's go. BD, thank you for coming.
Bring him here. Let's ask him questions, Sir George.
The campaign have not started. It's the progressives that are doing the things that we're doing and asking him to come forth. When the campaign comes, he will be all over the place. But he's traveled around Europe. He lives in Canada, as a matter of fact. And one of the things that he's promised also, he said that he will use 60% of diasporas in his government because he lives here in Toronto with us in Canada. So he's seeing the way the government is working here. He's visited a lot of mayors, a lot of industries. He's visited a lot of infrastructural.
Okay, bring him here. Let's grill him for you.
All right, George. George, we'll be waiting for him. We'll be waiting for him. Nice. Okay. Thank you, BD. We really appreciate you. We're with you in this one. Let us know where we can come again. Something has to be done about that issue. Dr. Olufemi, you're awesome.
By the way,
thank you very much.
He is from Ohaji Egbema.
That's what I said.
Bring him here. Let us grill him.
Let's grill him. Bring him here. Let's grill him. When we finish grilling him, he will know if he will continue. All right, guys.
All right, take care, guys.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank
you.
All
right, bye. Have a nice weekend. Peace out.
That word, peace out, is